Hold on a minute. This is a good one. L. Kennedy, is your said project about Katie? That's a good one. I'm going to have a question and answers. No, it is not. Thanks. Okay, so L. Kennedy, is the project about me? Oh, Lord. And then if it is about me, do I get compensation like Reese cups or, well, no, not really Reese cups. I don't eat them no more after I got out of jail. But I would probably take, I would say a donut, but people would laugh at me. No, I'll be okay. Katie says, oh my God, it's not about me. That's wild. So she said, it's not about Katie. Get your night off, Katie. Oh, wow. So L. Kennedy, let me ask you a question. Let me see. Oh my God, it's about me. No, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Yes, it is, Ernie. It's about me. What's it? Why can't it be about fucking Katie? I don't want it about me. I want it about Katie. It ain't right that it's about me. This has to be a first video, not about you in a long time, Katie. Oh, but it's about me.
Haters gonna hate.
Angelo's got something coming to him now that I'm free. You see, the statute of limitation on what Angelo done to me with the stolen valor thing, which is not true.
My DOD number just so that you could verify that I'm actually authentic and I am a retired staff sergeant from INSCOM, Information Security Command. I did work on counterintelligence and intelligence gathering. I've been following him mostly because originally I thought he was a veteran, and I contacted various charities to try to get him off the streets because he was homeless.
I went to Greyhound, and I'm just not that no more. I'm kind of pissed right now. I'm aggravated. They don't want to. They can't even rewind the cameras back for fucking 10 minutes. I mean, that pisses me off, man. It really does. All my shit's gone. It was very expensive boots and shit that I just had got, and it's okay, I guess. All my stuff, my clothes, my electronic stuff is gone. So, you know, at least I didn't get my hat. I'm sick. Out in the rain the other night was really, really devastating. That was a bad rain. The wind touching too. I laid out there in that shit. I wish I hadn't, but I did. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just aggravated, guys. I mean, I'm just aggravated right now.
And when they ran a background on him, they determined that he was not actually a veteran. So I worked with Mr. Shipley to pull his records after I sent Mr. Shipley the videos he had been making. Mr. Shipley was able to pull his records. There is no DD-214. He signed up for the National Guard for 8 years. He completed 1 year, 6 months, and 25 days. Of that 1 year, 6 months, and 25 days, he completed 56 days with the National Guard. On his deployment orders to basic training, he disappeared. He was cut in 2001 by the governor of Kentucky. And the Kentucky National Guard is where he originally signed. And by the way, his MOS was not military police. It was 11 Bravo. But he has a channel on YouTube called Lightning Tiger, and it's that YouTube channel. Yep, on YouTube, and it's that channel where he's making the claims of being law enforcement, military.
Sometimes you just can't explain. Now, everyone who knows me knows that I am military and law enforcement.
Working with Homeland Security, he claims that he worked with Homeland Security last night in Tennessee, either Tennessee or Illinois, or even Kentucky. I would check all three. He claims that he met up with Homeland Security at a sheriff's office to turn in a prisoner for $7,000.
I'm a new viewer.
A new viewer, that's cool.
Yeah.
What was your MOS?
I was 11 Bravo. How about you?
Or was it yours what?
11 Bravo. How about you?
11 Bravo?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Where were you, Ernie?
Was you active?
I sure was.
How many years?
6.
Well, hell. I didn't make it 6.
How long did you make it, Ernie?
I made it 1 year and 6 months.
Where did you go to basic at? That's all my question was.
Didn't go.
You didn't go?
No, didn't go. I never have claimed I ever did. Never.
And for those that believe that he went, shame on you. In his own words, didn't go. Never claimed it.
So let me explain to you. Desert Storm was going on when I went to basic around that time. And everybody was getting ready. Pretty much, they took her unit from. They took her unit, and from Harlan. If you go back and look at that, you'll see that from the National Guard. A lot of the guys went over there.
He's listed as a veteran only because I'm not even sure why. It's ridiculous, but those papers are real, but if you look under box 13.
What this specific document is, it says it right at the top.
Okay.
Report of separation and record of service. So this is not a DD-214. Let me see, terminal date of reserve military obligation. Well, that doesn't make sense because he doesn't even have line 11 and 13, terminal date of reserve military service obligation. There, it says not available. That's not even
What
possible.
award do we all get when we complete and graduate basic training? The Army service ribbon. There's no ribbons or awards or an MOS in any of his boxes because it was all volunteer. He never went to basic training. He never went to AIT.
Like I said, I was working as an 88 Mike at the time, and I had an accident, and the steering wheel about went through my chest.
He has no MOS because he never went to AIT. That's where we get our MOS.
Yeah.
The red lettering on that uniform in the picture. Yes, he was allowed to wear the MP patch because that Tennessee National Guard is National Guard MP unit. Yes, they're allowed to wear that patch, but that's as far as it went.
He became a volunteer for the Tennessee State Guard, which is not National Guard. They're volunteers when shit goes sideways in the state, like flooding, tornadoes, whatever. He went and he took the volunteer oath, got the uniform with the MP, did his photo ops, left and never went back. Never returned the uniforms. He did that just for the optics.
The State Guard is not, I mean, the volunteer force.
Right.
It's not, he's not a traditional soldier. Let's just put it that way.
He's not.
I'm going to have a serious offline conversation with Ernie, and I'm going to have to really ask him things that, some of the things that we don't have the 100% conclusions on, the things that we've discussed here. I need to really, say, hey, Ernie, you might not even need to do a live stream. Can you just show me live?
StreamYard, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I could come up and be like, yeah, I verified this, that, and the other, or I can vouch for it, and that might mean something or it might not. But I do feel like you all have definitely, you've influenced me enough to want to press him a little bit more now. And definitely, I think that what you're saying, I think we've reached truth. And now it's up to him to dispel what we see as truth. Does that make sense?
Yep.
If you want to donate, because nobody's seeing these records till I get enough money. I'm just going to be honest. I'm seeing you right now. I think people that's made $1,000 or $2,000 off me, I think it's plain to see.
Which now my military service has been upgraded. But now also, because Massachusetts has the best VA ever. I can't say enough for that. Angelo now, because he is supposedly, see, that's the thing too, and I'm going to just say this. Angelo knew more about my military service than he does his own. Like, is he 12 years? Has he been in there 6 years, 7 years?
I stepped up on Mama T's panel today. I have a conversation with Kevin, Karen, David. And he said that I had served 12 years on Stone Vets panel, which I didn't recall. But he did do a clip video.
Oh, did you end as a staff sergeant?
Yeah, I got promoted as I was retired.
And did you have 6 years or 7 years?
7 years, 11 months, 3 days.
When you went up on Stone Vets panel the last time, you told them that you served for 12 years.
No, show me that. Never said 12 years. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys were all in for a long time. I mean, I only did 12 years. But as veterans. Because, Karen was being called out for the Soldiers Trust crap that they had said about Ernie. And
I've held my word to you. I said, we call it what? What is the word we use? What is everybody knows?
Soldiers Trust.
Soldiers Trust, exactly. I have held my word to you. You know how many times these idiots have asked me to dox your ass? And they would pay me to do it? Do you know how many times they've asked me? And I won't do it because it's Soldiers Trust.
And the fact that they did a fake live stream of pain and torment for themselves to get clicks and views and sympathy responses, because they wanted some kind of response from people and they didn't get it, so they did this. So after listening to the video, it is true. I did say that I served 12 years when I was having a conversation with the vets, and that is incorrect. I did not do 12 years. I did look at my DD-14. I did 6 years, 7 months, some odd days. Retired November 18th, 2012. And I do believe I meant to say 2012, not 12 years.
Angelo's getting ready to get one hell of a rude awakening. All I got to do is pay the lawyer $500. The charges will be fraud. That's a Class C felony in Kentucky. Class C is 10 to 15 years. And we'll just see what happens.
I know what I've got. I know what I've done. Angelo is very good at what he does. I'm going to be the first one to say that. I'll give him credit for that. I don't believe he forged my signature. I don't believe he forged my signature.
Actually, sorry about that, 5 to 10 years. And as long as that gets hit, I don't care what happens then. He'll be picked up, and they will extradite him down, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to tell you anything else. Angelo's getting ready to get a taste of jail. And then when he gets down here in Kentucky, he'll be put in a cell. And I know everybody in the cells and how much time they got and everything because we have the phone connections. So then we'll see what happens to Mr. Angelo. That's good, ain't it? Ain't that cool?
I have been an asshole on this platform. I have done some underhanded things on this platform. I have gone into people's lives on this platform. I have dragged a person's child on this platform. I have done all these things. There is no excuse for that behavior. It does not matter what I feel my reasons behind it were. They were wrong. That is how you take accountability and how you take action against your behavior and how you try to change to become a better person. Okay? You can't sit there and blame somebody else or pretend or claim, even if it's accurate, that you were unaware of things going on, more so for me when you've been participating in it for multiple years. And when you have a man talking to a survivor, spoon feeding a bunch of bullshit about who and what he is, which he's not, and you're in there supporting him, cheering him up, and giving him, if you give him a voice in your side chat, I'm sorry, moving forward, if you give him a voice in your side chat without deleting him, I don't want you around me. There is nothing else that man needs to show me to prove what we already know as a collective unit, what he is. He is a predator. He's a liar. He's stolen valor. He's a felon. He's on probation. He is scamming the community of money, scamming people outside of the community for money. He takes advantage, and he has been working, I don't care what they say, with those other people for years.
That's really cool. I mean, I love the ending on this. And Angelo won't get the right judge either. Oh my God. Anyways, check this out, guys. Check this out. Angelo is a total fraud. He is a fraud.
It's like, I have no reason. Like, I would be 100% supportive of him if he was an actual veteran. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I know you guys don't like him, but if he's a veteran and he needs help, I'm going to lend a hand. But he is not a veteran. You know, that's
Which I think,
legitimate.
Now, I think that's kind of what brought you to the playing field with Ernie, wasn't it? Was that originally, you thought he was a fucking
I thought he was a veteran,
and you were going to try to help the dude out, and then you realized that he was nothing more than a larking piece of shit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I literally thought he was a veteran because he had to talk. And that's the thing. Ernie can talk.
Ernie Shell is nothing more than a fake pride catcher that doesn't have any real background in the military outside of his failure to actually, show up and participate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can anybody see that? Anybody want to screenshot that? That's my field report. That's my field papers right there for military police.
When you were 19 or when you were 43?
I think I might have been 39.
39.
38, something like that.
That's just with the state guard. That is like a cleanup crew. That has nothing to do. This is Military Department of Tennessee.
Okay, so it's military, right?
That's what this paper says.
Well, I thought it wasn't military.
The state guard is not.
No. It's okay. So you just said it's not, but the paper says it is. Okay.
Is this the one that said the official without the names? The names.
I don't know. Look and see if it's spelled right because
I told you I can't. On my phone. It's too small.
I need to. Well, we'll have to look at that, right? This is the NPRC, which everybody knows is how you get your military records. This is what you do. This is what happens. If I need to go
the
through
National
the
Personnel Records Center.
Exactly. So if I click that, shit, it opens up to this. Pretty much. Damn, I can't do nothing these days.
Check you out, bud.
It opens up to this. There you go. If I wasn't nowhere on it, there's my information. Hey, you guys run with it. You guys have fun with it, okay?
There's some receipts.
The veteran's last name is Shell. There you go. If I wasn't who I was, it would say non-records found, records not found, all that shit. That's from everything. That's all of it. Like I'll go on there and show you from the video point about it.
Like, I mean, I certainly don't think he should have anything to do with children. That's a given. But there's nothing I can do about that. I'm a guy on a computer. I'm not Ernie. I'm not going to be chasing around phantoms across the states trying to figure out what their next move is and meet up with. That's not me. I'm not that person. I may lie and say I'm going to do it. That's for sure. And that's the other thing. Like, I do lie on this platform. Don't get me wrong. I've lied on this platform. Definitely lied on this platform.
I mean, who hasn't?
If it meant trolling somebody or triggering somebody to get information from them. As far as me, being a veteran, that is 100% true. I can log into a VA database. I can log into my VA benefits. I can log in. I have my military ID card. I have my retirement papers. I have my DD-214. I have my award letter that I get, and I have my thank you letter from the United States president thanking me for my service. I have all of that stuff. And if you ask any legitimate veteran for something along those lines, they could access and show you one of those things within 5 minutes, assuming that they've logged in and used the system.
Well, and quite often they're proud to do so.
Yeah, because
Ernie works for Trump, though, guys.
Ernie worked for Huffmaster. Look up Huffmaster. That's where Ernie worked. I don't get why he has to embellish it all. Like, you've done some good stuff. Congratulations. Live with it and be happy with it. But that's not enough for him. He has to be the star of his own make-believe world.
Yes, that's it. That's what it boils down to.
Well, you got to realize that to some degree, like when people feed into their own delusions like that, it's because they're not content with accepting reality for what it is. Mm-hmm. And, it's no surprise to me with Ernie and, his addictions that he would have that problem. I mean, like, again, think about this. Like, he admits to the fact that, he caught the HIV by, needle, but he doesn't want to admit how that needle actually entered into his skin. He wants to pretend like, the black toe wasn't because he was shooting up between his fucking toes or in them. I just, I don't get it. Ernie, I think at this point is running fucking YouTube content at his own detriment. And for us, I think it isn't anything short of entertaining, but nothing's really changed. I mean, even though we've gotten, a tad bit of truth that he couldn't avoid because records are now out there, still everything that Ernest has done so far is, gaslight internet and lie through his teeth to try to create some type of, fame that he's never really going to find outside of people making fun of him.
Yeah, and that's his biggest regret, the fact that he gave enough information for a veteran agency to pull his records. He gave that information. Let's just be clear about this, folks. We all remember he showed that form, correct? He showed that form online with his social security number to prove that he was a veteran.
I think that's just the bottom of the paper, isn't it? I don't know. Let me blow that up. Maybe I need to blow that up.
Yep, we're gonna wander over here really quick, and we're gonna take a look at this here D. That there D looks like a fucking C. Now, what I can tell you definitively is that this is a form military letter looking ass. All that other shit just gets filled in. They got hundreds of thousands of copies of this. Now, they did not put a C. There is no such thing as a war deck. It's awarded. It's awarded. So, everybody who ever got a DD 12,014 didn't get awarded. Only you. It's a fickle.
I just like that right there, veteran's name. That makes me happy right there. Veteran's name, Shortest Mac. There's where I sent it out. And then I got it back. There's the email that has it in.
The documents that he is showing states that he was in the service. We recalled Ernie saying yesterday that he enlisted in 98.
Me? Yeah, because he told me he came in 98 and was in for 9 months in the regular guard.
Yep.
Got in an accident, didn't go back, went back and joined the State National Guard in 2019.
Yep. Amen.
He's sitting his first rodeo.
Okay, so his date of enlistment was September 3rd, 1999. He told us 98.
Yeah, he did.
What was his official entry date?
It says 99/09/03, so September 3rd, 1999.
But he got.
Does it have a separation? Is there a separation date on it?
The terminal date is the 27th of March, 2001. Then it says record of service, net service this period, 1 year, 6 months, and 25 days. He said it was only 8.5, 9 months. But this is saying that he was in the service, enlisted for 1 year, 6 months, and 25 days.
How long did you make it, Ernie?
I made it 1 year and 6 months.
Where'd you go to basic at? That's all my question was.
Didn't go.
You didn't go?
No, didn't go. I never have claimed I ever did. Never.
Well, on your page, you showed a DD-214 there. How'd you get that then?
I just put it in my records, but it's in it from St. Louis. Sent it off.
I'm confused with why you actually want to talk to me over voice. That's different to begin with. So you're telling me that you didn't make your basic, but you submitted for a DD-214. You received said DD-214 and stated that you had a unit underneath your service, which I'm confused about.
Okay, what are you confused about?
Well, you stated in your stream, I've been listening all day long, basically. I mean, I was introduced to you today.
Cool.
But it stated you were in 149th, which is out of Kentucky, but you stated you were in Tennessee. I'm confused.
Oh, that was for the State Guard. That was here a few years ago.
The State Guard? What do you mean State Guard?
I was in the Tennessee State Guard here a few years ago.
Well, how'd you get a DD-214 state you served in Kentucky?
And that was years ago. That was like in 99, 2000.
But you didn't go to basic. So how'd you end up in the National Guard in Kentucky?
What do you mean, how'd I end up in the National Guard? There was 10 of us that got recruited when we went to the National Guard.
Well, it makes no sense. I mean, to be completely honest with you. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out who you are, where you're coming from here, man.
But what has it got anything to do with it? I'm showing my documentation. That's what everybody wanted to see. I sent off for it like everybody asked me to do. I got it back, and now there's still questions. Okay, let's go with it.
There are questions because I personally have a DD-214.
Well, that's good. Thank you for your service.
And we served in the same period of time, supposedly, according to your DD-214.
Okay, well, that's cool.
No, Big Daddy Dude is not lost. I'm just calling out this piece of shit for being a piece of shit. Sorry, Ernie. That's who you are.
That's fine, but you ain't got no proof of who you are. That's as simple as that.
And a veteran agency took that information and pulled his records to prove he is in fact not a veteran, which is why that last line on his form that he showed is blocked out. It's blocked out because it shows he was separated.
Yeah. It's redacted everything, not me. And I wonder why. Because there could be more than meets the eye, right? Remember, I am a liar for hire. Something could be different. Why would they redact it? What happened?
Authority and reason.
Mm-hmm.
So what it says? Authority and reason?
Yeah, that's the reason why that there was issuing him the NGB. That would tell why. They would have a reasoning why. But it says Soldier was discharged without personal notice per NGR 600 paragraph. NGB Form 22 was mailed to Soldier's last known address, which means they just haven't been able to contact him or didn't know where they was just sending it to. So they sent whatever he put on his form whenever he went in.
Well, I still wouldn't consider him a veteran. I mean, based on his time in service, but I mean, he could potentially prove that this document is 100% real by logging in e-benefits and requesting this specific record, which you can do.
Why would it be file redacted?
I don't know. I suspect that Ernie probably redacted the bottom part himself because it makes no sense to me that the black bars would be added by the military.
Right.
They have no reason to do that.
Yeah, that's not a good look, man.
But he's still presenting that he is one, and he was doing that on Brad's.
Yep, let him have at it. We all know.
He's trying to start with new people.
Yeah, well, that's on them and that's on Brad, not me. We've done our part. We've proven beyond a doubt that he's not a veteran.
But you know, and I don't mean to say told you so, but I told Katie, I said he's going to turn on you. No, he's my manager.
I know I'm not everybody's favorite person on this platform. I get it. Okay.
I ain't either. It's okay.
The whole reports thing is being blown widely out of proportion. Long before, and my wife's with me, long before Ernie ever threatened to murder my wife or myself, okay, I was telling people that Ernie was threatening to file reports. You gotta, even if it doesn't lead to an RO, it still leaves a record trail of things that he's been doing across the states that he was running it. Okay. What people don't know behind the scenes with the whole little peace accord thing that was supposed to happen with the detective. Even then, me nor the detective knew where Ernie was.
And in order for us to have the closure, Ernie wanted some stuff from me, and I wanted one specific thing from Ernie. And that was the agreement that we had made. So far, so good, Ernie?
You got it.
Whether we like it or not, Ernie has a bail bonds license. I don't know how that operates in Tennessee, if it makes him a bounty hunter or however it works. I'm not familiar with any of that stuff, but he is a licensed bail bondsman, whether we like it or not. And bail bonds do get access to specific systems, much similar, not as extensive, but similar to police, that allow them to do their tracing and tracking of individuals that are coming up on whatever warrants or whatever needs that they need for that. I have no control over that. I also have no control over stolen valor. And I say stolen valor in a way that it's mostly a federal crime, and all I can do is report it. Whatever happens federally is what happens federally. At this point in juncture, nobody really takes the stolen valor stuff seriously enough to do anything about it. So I'm at an impasse. I have spent thousands of dollars, time, pain and suffering, mental anguish, and just a bunch of resources that could be better spent somewhere else. And to be honest with you, all Ernie and I would be doing when we go to court is spending thousands of dollars for a judge to tell us the same thing that this detective told us for free, which is shut the fuck up, do your handshake, come to an agreement, and walk the fuck away. The agreement that Ernie and I came to was me stating these facts from a detective. If you guys don't like the facts, I suggest getting your own detectives and having them do the same thing. But it's my detective. It's my detective telling me that this information is accurate. So why would my detective lie to me? It's not Ernie telling me this information. It's a detective telling me this information. So I have no other avenues to go. What I will state, and Ernie can correct me if I'm wrong, the detective did verify that I did not forge his signature. Correct? Thank you. Yeah. I did not forge his signature. That battle, if you want it, is with another agency, and that's for them to figure out if they want to do it.
It was forged, but the chances are not binding. So that's exactly what the detective said.
Yes, and that was based on the evidence that both Ernie submitted and I submitted. Okay, so really, the detective's suggestion was that we come to some sort of an agreement. And I had a discussion with Ernie. We talked for, I don't know, I think with the detective was like 3 hours, give or take, altogether. And then with Ernie for about an hour, maybe all combined. And for me, with Ernie, it's the military stuff. I don't have any sweat inside of this child predator hunting stuff. I don't involve myself in stuff. Nobody will find me involved in that stuff. I don't do the
the missing children thing. I'm not in any of that. That's not my wheelhouse. And I asked Ernie, I said, will you agree under the law, the way a veteran is described, will you agree to go on the camera and say that you, under the law, are not a veteran? And
because of the time.
Not just the timing, just everything all together. It's not to detract that he did sign a contract, folks. He signed a contract. He did something that still 1% of the population does. And for whatever reason, it didn't finish. I can't investigate that. I have no clout. I have no ability to get information that just is not available.
He is a total jerk. He was my channel manager for a while. He just he changed. He totally changed. And so throughout that year, it all made until there was a point where, do you remember when him and Ernie actually had a meeting with detectives? Do you remember this? And then after that, shortly after that, Angelo wanted to come on my panel and announce that he was no longer going to be trying to chase Ernie down. He was no longer going to be arguing with him about this. And he was just dropping it. And then he left. Do you guys remember that? And I was sitting up there on my panel kind of shocked, And I think Ernie came up on my panel too. And I was like, wait a minute. Y'all remember when that happened? He disappeared. Said that it just was very weird. Hey, Lisa, you remember him totally changing? Yeah, because it was just this whole crusade to get Ernie locked up for the stolen valor and all this stuff. And again, Ernie is no saint, right? We've been around, I've covered him, right? He's my content. I've covered him since as long as I've known. He's always doing something that'll get him in the news, right? If you're doing crazy stuff or, if it's right or wrong, if it's newsworthy, you're going to be in the news. Ernie's always in the news because he is newsy. He is a newsy person, okay? He's got a lot going on and, he's entertaining and people get mad that he's my content. I don't care. If you don't like my content, my feelings won't be hurt if you don't want to watch it. But I find him very entertaining to cover because it's been a wild situation.
It was the detective's opinion that I not talk about Ernie any further and continue to monitor and report on his behaviors and to entice other people to report on their behaviors. It was after that, correct, hon? That he threatened to murder my wife and make me watch and then murder me and then started sending me text messages of him with various weapons and things that he was going to do to my wife and me.
Right.
It was then that I started to take it extremely seriously, especially when he started posting videos of him being in my hometown. And that was when my wife and I both consulted with the detective. And we asked, if he steps foot on the property, can we put a bullet in his head? And the detective said,
yes, ma'am, you may.
Yes, ma'am. So at that point, I was at the point where if he showed up on my property, I was going to end his existence. And it was then that I told people, get your reports filed, because when he's eventually captured, those reports can come in handy to finally put him in jail and treatment that we all know he needs.
Knowing Ghost as well as I do and Angelo as well as I do, they're not fucking around. This is not funny and you guys should be taking this seriously. How you guys are always like, Katie, you better make sure you've got protection in case he comes around. You need to go file this with the police. You need to go let your police department know. I am taking that serious now. I always took the threat seriously, but this is not a game anymore. I believe him. I'm block your doors. Make sure you know where your children are, your spouse, your family, your pets. Well, pets hate him, so not so much your pets. Your pets will naturally run away from him. This is different. Okay, this is not that fuckery from 4 years ago, for the past 4 years.
Okay, and that's where I'm at with that. So when she made me that promise, and I assumed that she was, and I was, still running her channel. Well, not running it, but managing it, protecting it from strikes and counterclaims and all that stuff. So, and then the fight with Shannon, who, I'm closer to Shannon on this platform than anybody else. I'm just going to be honest. It is what it is. So I was upset because, I felt like I was doing all this work.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody was really lifting a finger to do their part. And I can't file reports on other people because I'm not the victim of those people. They're the victim. They have to file their reports. And then some people were listening to lunatics on this platform and filing crazy ass reports that had no bearing on what was going on or were so far outside of the scope of truth that it didn't make sense. I realized it came down to content for a lot of people. It was more about the content than doing the right thing. And, people can say what they want about Nicole. It is what it is. But it was Nicole that really basically just told me I needed to stop coming at this from an emotional standpoint, because that's what it was. I have a guy threatening to rape and murder my wife, a guy that survived sexual assault. Of course I'm going to come at it emotionally. You can't do it on this platform because it's weaponized by the people that are master manipulators of trauma. So you can't do it that way. So you have to basically leave it all alone and just handle things in the back and not talk about it, which is what I did moving forward. I stopped advertising what I was doing and I just did stuff behind the scenes. But I had to walk away from Katie because Katie lied. There's a difference between lying on this platform just to be a liar or to fuck with people's minds, and then lying about something that is extremely important to the overall encompassing case of Ernie Shell. And he's just an example. So then when she went and did the thing with 007, of course I was proud. Hey, you did a great job. Congratulations. Now stop talking about him. Did she do that? Nope. Because she is all about her. And I didn't see it. My wife did. She warned me in advance, and I still stuck with her for another 6 months or whatever it was.
A woman's intuition is hell.
Yeah. So I'm just going to listen to my wife from now on. So yeah, I'm going to write songs about Katie all day long. I don't care. And I'm going to use RNN reports to call her out. I don't care. Because that's who she is. But I don't need to live stream about her because she's not worth it. And she wants that. She wants you to live stream about her so that she can come back and have another live stream. Because while Ernie's in jail, she's extremely boring and has absolutely no content. And then I'm supposed to take her horse and be compassionate about her horse when the man who threatened to rape and got her and kill her horse, she didn't care about the horse then. So why am I supposed to care about the horse?
Y'all, he has reverted. We knew this was going to happen.
And by the way, does anyone know how much I can get out of a horse named Nikki? A horse named Nikki. How much does those damn things go? I don't know much about horses, but I guess I'm going to have to start getting used to those horses. I'm about to have me a horse named Nikki. I sure am. A horse named Nikki. I don't know how much you can get out of them. What do? Do I like load it up and take it to the stockyard? How does that work? Does anyone know anything? Wait a minute, Redstone knows about horses. How does that work? How do you, how do I trade it in for like monetary value? That's what I need to know. I need to find out how much a horse named Nikki would go for. How much does a horse named Nikki go for?
He ain't for sale, stupid. Again, and he's microchipped and he's got papers. He's got a two breed papers and 2 incentive fund registrations, and you're not gonna get him out of California. You have to have like shots, Coggins, all that shit when you cross the borders into other states. And you, sir, I wouldn't trust you to drive a truck or trailer, and you can't leave Kentucky, so there.
I can sell it for meat. Is that true? It's old and ready for the glue factory. So I even went an extra step further with you, Katie. I bought you a bottle of lubrication. I'm giving you a bottle of lubrication. Now, before you lube up to get this hook that's so far up your ass without tearing some shit out, well, there's a few hoops you may have to jump through first. Just because I didn't take a restraining order out on you, Katie, doesn't mean that I didn't take something out other than a restraining order. Now, for you other people, my patient friend Thin and you all are fucked. I'm just gonna say that you're fucked. There's no getting out of it. There's no being nice. My niceness, my kindness. Well, to just mock a great song, my give a damn's busted.
Okay, so y'all, if you're just coming in, Ernie is threatening to hurt my animal, and he is like threatening sexual assault on me is what it sounds like. I'm not gonna like this, whatever noise he's making. Fucking gross. I don't know. Yeah, he is a sad, pathetic guy. Yeah, it is disturbing and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is very uncomfortable and it's just too far, Ernie. I don't do this shit to you or anybody. I'm not here for this shit. This is just too much. He's mad I didn't answer him from jail, telling me to get lube to get the hook out of my ass, or else it'll get ripped out with other shit. Sexual threats need to be reported. He's a sicko.
I have nothing to do with it. I'm letting you all know that. I have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all to do with what happens to Katie. My part is all legally. Legal. Everything I'm doing to Katie is going to be legal. It's not threats in a legal case. To say, hey, I've got an upcoming legal battle is not against the law. I can say that. Am I talking about the case? No. Am I talking about the case? No. She made and she lied. She said that I was going to take her horse and shoot it, is what she said. She told the world that I was going to take her horse and shoot it. I never said that. I said, is it illegal to shoot a horse in Kentucky? No, it's not illegal. It's frowned upon, but I know people who do it all the time. If a horse has got a broken leg, you put the son of a bitch down, out of its misery. If it can't be repaired, you put it out of its misery. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, that's what I said I was going to do. That's exactly. Did I say that if I sue her legally and I win and she cannot pay, yes, you put a claim, a lien, a lease on her assets. Yes, that's what happens. That's what happens. If I was to demand her turn her horse over to me, if it was a big enough suit, she would turn the horse over to me. What would I do with the horse? What would I do with it? I have no idea. Have no idea. I'm not a horse guy, even though I used to ride horses when I was a kid. I had 2 horses at one time. Do I have horses now? Do I claim to have horses? No, I don't. No, I don't. But the way I am now, and the way I'm mad now, I probably would take her horse. Literally. I would take her horse. And when it got to wherever I'm at whatever place it was at, and it was running or walking or limping, I probably would have somebody go and do something with that horse. Seriously. Probably would. Katie, my feelings had ran deep. They used to run deep, really deep. And then I saw from my very own eyes, my little eyes saw how you really were. How you keep pressing the issue. Ernie this, Ernie that, did this, stolen valor, this, that, did not report. All this crazy shit you put out on me, Katie.
That's crazy shit? Are you serious? That shit's true. You literally got called by the commissioner and you refused to give your paperwork. You literally refused to give your paperwork so he could confirm whether or not you were a veteran because you sent an unredacted form to the DMV or whatever government place you did, and they screwed up and gave you that on accident. So the commissioner called you and you flat out said no, you refused. So you're not a veteran. You're getting a whole new license reissued without veteran status on it because you're not. Also, there's been an investigation. It's been confirmed you are not a veteran. You are not affiliated with the state guard. Like, it is what it is. And I'm sorry that you can't accept reality, but I'm not pressing any issue. I'm just telling what it is, okay?
Information for Cole Matthew, which is the commissioner for Tennessee. The commissioner for Kentucky's Department of Transportation, their version of a DMV. Along with the threats to murder various YouTubers and the video of him allegedly, still alleged, driving by Miss Trader's house after making threats to throw grenades into her home. So I sent all of that information, along with various clips of him claiming to be a police officer, a detective, an investigator, working with police, and I guess that's coupled with a bunch of badges that they found. So I don't know where it's going to go, but that's the information I supplied because that's the information I had.
Right. Yep. And I see your point. I see that. Absolutely. And again, you're entitled to your feelings 100%. And it's, validated.
Yeah, I stopped monitoring for her when she was fighting Shannon. That's why I had to go up on Mama T's panel to ask her if she actually filed the report.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Sure.
When we were talking behind the scenes, and he made those threats to you and to your horse, and I told you what you needed to do, go to the police, file this report, file it here, and then file the IC3 report. Doesn't matter to me whether something gets done or not. Just matters that the report's filed. Did you do that?
No.
Now, can I explain to you why that's a hindrance and not a help? Actually, first tell me why you didn't do that, if you don't mind.
I think I don't know. I figured that you and like the people that had all the the resources and stuff would be able to handle that. Did I drop the ball? Yes, I should have filed.
Yeah. I mean, it would have helped the overall case. And that's kind of where, if you remember the first time I stepped away, it wasn't just because of the stupid agreement that I made with an idiot. It was because at that point I felt like everything I was trying to do was being circumvented by people that weren't following through on their own threats being made to them. And I felt like, what's the point of me spending my money, spending my time, and doing my work if people aren't going to follow through with their own threats against their lives or their families' lives?
So that I could FOIA the report, because one report's not enough. You have to have multiple people who have experienced the same behaviors in their states file their reports so that you can accumulate them all into one specific pattern for a district attorney with some sense to do something with it. Because what's going to happen if he gets out in the next 3 weeks? What's going to happen? You know, Kels, you've known him longer than I have. You know, Cole knows him longer than I have. We all know what's going to happen. Yep. It's going to come back 10 times worse than he was before. And a lot of these people are going to milk it for everything it's worth.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid he's going to end up taking somebody's life. Quite frankly, that's just where I'm at.
I know. Because especially if he is in the state of mind, whether it's drugs or not, if he gets in that state of mind, and he was tripping like he was with that knife in his hand in that home, nobody knew what he was going to do with that knife. None of us know. We seen what we seen, and he had that look in his eye of didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and he could have done something to that man in that home with that knife.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of clear that up because people make it seem like I was trying to get people to write reports for my benefit. No. This was about you all protecting yourselves.
Right, and it was about what he said to her about her horse and her what he was going to do to her.
Ernie is going to prison, okay? He's got the feds. He is acting a fool, and he is threatening to rip my throat out and take my channel. He just blocked anyone associated with me over in his chat. He just screamed like a little bitch because one of my mods took him out for 60 seconds, and then, yeah.
Now, you was bothered what he said about you and your wife with her because she didn't, as far as the actual report, you wanted her to do what he said to her, right?
Yes. Her report was about her threats made by Ernie to her and her family, not me. Yes. I had no bearing on it other than I wanted to be able to get a copy of the report to add to mine. Just like I would have told the next person, here's my report, FOIA the report from this one here in California, FOIA the report over here from this one in Arkansas, and put it all together so that you build a stronger case. It's not rocket science when you're trying to build a pattern of behavior on people. You have to get people have to be willing to file the reports,
right,
and stand by it. And it has to be accurate. You can't just file a false report. It has to have accurate information, timelines, videos, pictures. Like I had screenshots of this dude sending me pictures of weapons that he was going to use on my wife.
Wow. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
If you said it in the past, I apologize, but wow.
I didn't give all the details, but I mean, he was definitely goading me into, to try to have a reaction from me, which he wasn't getting, but he was getting it from Katie. He was getting exactly what he wanted, and she was giving it to him. And I was dumb enough to believe that she was getting him to admit that, no, that dude will admit to anything. He'll do it on his own. You don't need him on a panel.
Right, absolutely. She acts like she's the only one that got him to admit to stuff. No.
Ernie has come on my panel and said this and that and this and has spilled his guts. I got him to admit that he has HIV, that he has stolen valor, and that he's a scammer. Okay? And that he faked cancer. Okay? I got that out of his mouth. And he will tell you himself. I was probably the only person that could have done that.
No, Nick has got him to admit to stuff when she covered him. Then me and Sarah was covering him. Like I said, me, Nick, and Sarah all covered Ernie at one time. Nick done it for a lot longer than us because she known him from Facebook. And then we all just kind of like, piggybacked off each other about it.
He got 100%, a true friend. And by the way, she saw this message from me before she had Ernie on her panel.
You're aware of this, but the dude posted prior to you having him on your panel that he was 20 minutes away from my house with Redstone having lunch. And then the day prior, threatened to murder my wife. And then you got Raylan.
Until you said that about him threatening to murder your wife, I had no idea he did that because I thought you said he did that on my panel, but he didn't.
No, he did it on his channel.
Okay, I did not see or hear that. But I'm going to say this. Ernie has threatened to kill like everybody.
Has he ever been 20 minutes away from them? I want people to make note of this. This is what irritates. Yeah, we had an understanding on Mama T's panel. Yeah, she choked. She failed. She let me down. She dropped the ball. However you want to word it. Okay, right. But she could have still filed that report. But she was more focused on videoing and getting views and being the first to report things. Where do you think most of her information and her production was coming from?
Oh, I know it came from you.
Yeah, that's why her channel sucks.
Because I know of somebody else that you sent it to, and I knew you sent it to her because you was her manager. I knew. The other person didn't put it out, but she sure would go live and put it out. Just like,
and I was willing to give that information to anyone.
I know.
My goal was to get that man arrested and in jail.
I know that, but I'm just saying she wanted to be the first. When anything came to Ernie, she wanted to be the first to report on it. Like that night, them going back, he did live, she did live. Didn't matter day, night, couldn't wait till the next day, or right that minute she'd have to go live about it. Every little thing you done.
It's okay, Ruben. People can talk about me all they want. I don't care. You do have to grow on this platform, otherwise you're going to be stuck in the same cesspool. I mean, it is what it is. Yep, I'm hurt. 100% was hurt. Yep.
But you was not asking her to take a report. Katie, that he was not asking you to do a report for his wife. He was asking you to do the report of what Ernie said to you. He can handle his end of the deal. He can handle him and his wife can handle theirs. It's just that you told him he was going to.
Yeah, my wife and I definitely we filed our own reports. We did our job as far as getting it documented, and now that information is in the hands of the Kentucky district attorney. And what they choose to do with that, again, I can't make the law do what the law should do. I can't make Kentucky do anything with the reports because they didn't happen in Kentucky. They happened in New York. So,
right.
I can't make the law do what I want it to do, and I don't operate at the law speed. They operate at their own speed.
Right.
What do you have to say, honey?
Oh, and that threat to me was after Ernie was supposed to keep quiet and not talk about
the text messages. Yes,
about my husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My manager will never turn.
My wife wants me to add to the fact. Hold on. I was on a private video with her when I was explaining I walked her through the steps of where to file, what she was filing. It was very clear she wasn't filing on my stuff. She was filing on her stuff. I located the police department. I even got the name of the detective for her to file with, and the address and the phone number to where she had to go to do the report. This is conveniently left out of her narrative because she can't remember shiticus unless it's pertaining to her shiticus. But all of that stuff was laid out because I needed her file to be filed with her threats on her life and her family and her horse. Since she was so worried as she was on the phone with me.
They get mad because I know Katie's high school people she went to high school with. Is that illegal what I'm doing, people? By looking into who Katie went to high school with?
You're creepy as fuck, and you're doing it for nefarious reasons. And you have no business going into my childhood or my teenage years. What the fuck? That's freaky as fuck. You're weird. You're weird. It's stalking. It's creepy. He's making up people I dated in the past, saying he's talking to them. The stalking is real. Like, for real, y'all. Like, lock your damn doors. Get a Ring camera. Like, Max, you need to be careful, dude. You are closest to him. It is stalking. You're a predator. You're a predator. You're dangerous.
Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm finding everything I can about her. Because I want to know. They did me that way.
I didn't find everything. I don't look at your shit. Whatever is brought to this platform is all I've ever covered. I don't go digging in your life. I don't do that shit, but you love doing it to me because you're obsessed. Why would you ever do that? Anyway, it's creepy.
And whoever texts me right now, I'm not triggered at all. As a matter of fact, not triggered at all. You can't make me triggered.
You're triggered as fuck.
They call you all idiots, but yet they're the ones pondering. They're the ones always pondering. Guys, Mama T, you go ahead and testify on whatever you want to. We're going to get to the bottom of you also as well. Because I know when you're sitting there coughing and doing your little thing, I still think you're an addicted person. I still think you're addicted to drugs, Mama T.
That's real rich coming from you.
So that I could FOIA the report. I'm not going to lie. I definitely was going to FOIA the report and add it to things that I was doing that I wasn't fully advertising. So I just want to make sure that that's clear as well. And I appreciate people, they didn't know everything that Ernie was doing and sending because he wasn't advertising everything either. But he was definitely sending some pretty heinous text messages with very vivid pictures of what he was going to do to my wife and myself. And people think he's this weak, whatever thing, it doesn't matter to me. If you're threatening my life or the life of my family, I'm going to take it seriously enough to take the steps I need to take to safeguard them and to safeguard others. So thank you for giving me a chance to come up and explain.
Absolutely,
my wife.
anytime. And
Well,
yes,
you also
Nancy.
told her when you tried to help her and give her all the stuff was that if you do you cannot continue to have him up on panel and talk about him. And she said she was going to do it, and then he continued to threaten her and other people.
Yes.
Not just me.
I forgot about that part. Thank you, dear. Yes, I did tell her that if she once you file a report on somebody, I don't care what a judge tells you, stop talking about that person. Because as people like to bring up my lawsuit with Karen, that wasn't a complete failure per se, because I did get them to establish that I did work for the government and all this other shit that she was saying about me. But the rest of the stuff got thrown out because Karen and I were doing back and forth. If you're doing a back and forth with somebody that you're supposed to be taking to court and or getting an RO against or trying to sue for defamation and slander, but you're doing the same things back and forth, the court's not going to look favorably on it. And it's very easy to get an RO on somebody when both sides aren't clearly painted in the light that's supposed to be painted, when you're only telling one side of the story, but leaving out the fact that you went to a predator to get child pictures of the person that you're supposed to be afraid of. I bet that wasn't mentioned in court. Right. I bet and don't get me wrong, I can't stand 007, but I would definitely love to be a hostile witness for him.
Well, and the thing about that, though, she says she didn't go to them directly. It was that Billy person. But at the same time, that's going through a third party, whether she wants to look at it that way or not.
I'm so tired of people doing that. She's not the only one that does that. Listen, we're all sneaky, shady motherfuckers to a point. There's nobody with clean hands here. But let's be honest, okay? I can account for I was behind the scenes doing shit for Katie. She weaponized me to go after El Kennedy. And I 100% did because I believed what she was telling me. Mm-hmm. But again, if you're on this platform with blinders on and you're not seeing everything and you're not questioning things, then you're just a follower. So my advice, and it goes for people that support me, watch what we're doing, question everything we're doing, hold us accountable if you can, if you're supposed to, if you need to, whatever, do it. But I'm done with hurting people on this platform. I'm definitely going to make songs and write shit about people because I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh my God. Are you seriously blaming me right now? Awkward? Yeah, no, literally couldn't be me. For real. Me. Da, 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 da. Me.
I'm not going to purposely go after people and try to hurt them, but I would definitely volunteer to be a hostile witness for 007 because I don't like him either, and I'll make sure the court knows this. I can't stand them, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So
exactly. And
Katie is dirty, sneaky, and behind the scenes, and she weaponizes men mostly to do her deeds for her so that she can look like she didn't do anything. And don't get me wrong, we're just as guilty for doing it for her, but it was at a directive. So there you go.
Right. And that's what Nick said earlier. She acts like the damsel in distress, like when she came to Nick about T-fuck, and Nick, tried to help her out. So I get it. Michelle's got a question.
Which Michelle?
From Katie's. Peachy and Ghost made a police report, right? Now, don't answer it if you don't want to, or if you say Peach and Ghost needs to answer that.
They do need to answer. I can tell you that 2 people filed a report.
Okay, Michelle, he's not naming names, but 2 people filed a report.
So it's up to them. It's up to them to go and figure out who those 2 people are, and then FOIA them if they want a copy of it, because I sure did.
Michelle, do you understand, so that you can go tell Katie, since Katie will say she didn't watch, do you understand Viper's point that he was not asking her to, he wasn't even asking her to get an RO on Ernie. He just wanted her to file what he said to her. Document it.
I think I even said it may go nowhere, but it's not the point. The point is just to file the report.
Right.
It may go nowhere because we can't decide what the courts or what the police or what the investigators or what the DAs are going to do. But at least you filed it, because that will follow him every time he gets arrested. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to follow him.
Right. And see, like I said, I understand that totally, because, they're right. And Gail Kennedy, she's been in here a couple times. The report shows a pattern of behavior. And like Viper was saying earlier, once Ernie got caught, all that could be presented, and then the courts could do whatever with it, whether anything got done or not. It was there.
I'm just playing. I don't mean to rub it in. I'm just playing.
I can't manage your channel, and I can't be a moderator for you or Shannon while you guys are going to fight. And I'm still upset with the whole Ernie thing after I informed you hours before, and you still had him on your panel. Like, that's, I don't know. Me, we don't agree on it.
Right.
I understand why you do it. Doesn't mean I agree with it.
Right. Absolutely. And we talked at length about that.
I still don't agree with it. It's only fair to say how I feel. Just like you had a right to say how you felt yesterday. And I agreed with you. That was, I shouldn't be dropping shit for me in your channel when I'm like not wanting to run your channel. I get that. I did. This dude contacted with that sweet, whatever her name is, Katie, and tried to get my police to arrest me again after Jen and I proved beyond a doubt that Ernie doesn't even think I'm the one that forged his signature, and that the report was false in the first place. So they told him, this is why he said he's contacting the FBI now, Katie. They told him that if he wants to do something, he has to come in person, because they need to arrest him for filing a false report.
Mm-hmm. So now he wants to go to the FBI. I understand what you're saying, and I am not discounting or dismissing your feelings. However, you from the jump, I have always, the way that I handle Ernie has been the same. It's different than how other people handle Ernie. And whenever I let him up to speak, it's so he tells on himself. And, that was something that you supported and stuff. And it did not occur to me that because he just threatens everybody and lies about everything. It didn't occur to me that him having said that about another person would constitute me having to suddenly get rid of him off my panel, and not do it the way I've always been doing. The panel was going to hurt that.
I'm 100% going to say, I definitely agreed with that in the beginning. But since the Arkansas thing, knowing what they found in his van, the kidnap kit, the badges, the mask, the costume.
Right. And he keeps telling on himself. Every time he comes on my panel. 100%.
That dude is 100% capable of showing up at somebody's house. He's proven that.
I knew Ghost and Peach would turn 100,000%. I knew. Mags, Viper is one of the best people you've met. Hell, most people you met's drug addicts, and you think they're the best people as well too. Can you hit on that a little bit? Which some drug addicts are pretty cool, but drug dealers and stuff that really pour the poison in is not. Simple. But you're cool. Viper is cool because he gave you an air fryer. I know people in jail don't even know what a fucking air fryer is. That's one of the questions that came up. Can you imagine seeing Angelo go to jail and he'll be paying his debts by air fryers? Oh God, you know me a portion of my life, Margaret. You really have. I never knew you'd be such a sleazy friend. I really never did know that. You turned in, I don't know what you turned into. You turned into something that just ain't normal these days. I don't know. I mean, I would have helped you. I would have helped you any way possible and everything. And you turned into something I don't even know what it is. Viper buys his friends. Brad, your lover? I know you and Brad stay together, but I don't know about that. I refused to do what he wanted me to do. He couldn't control my content. And Shannon Manning, who's a hater, already saw it was bound to happen. Well, but Angelo and Shannon goes back years, though. I mean, like years upon years. Sugar Pie. I've never got along with you, but I'm going to agree with you. He buys people. I've noticed that. He does buy people. And Katie, honey, listen. Angelo has not sold $600,000 in Amazon on books, okay? He's got 2 damn reviews that's been there for the last 8 months. Those 2 reviews have. I'm just saying, not mean. Katie says, I am not purchasable. See your Rook. Thank Eyes in the Dark. You can time them out if you want to. Thank you, Just a Rook. You need to go feed your cat. Now, Margaret, you got air fryers from Viper. I remember you promoting it. Angelo is misappropriating charity funds, in my opinion. You know what, Maggie? You know what? I think you're right. I'm telling you right now, when he was doing the FEMA stuff, we called in on FEMA, and FEMA was like, no. Hell no. I'm not arguing with nobody. People believe it, they believe it. I learned, what I've learned is just to stay on my own lane, let them do whatever they want to do, and just say, I told you so after about 4 months. Oh my God. After about 4 months, just say, I told you so. I would be quiet and just listen to everybody. I would be real quiet and listen to everybody. I mean, that would be well worth it. I would want to see that because I want to understand the split. That's what I'm trying to understand now. I've talked to a few people and nobody could tell me like how it actually started and happened and everything. I know they were trying to freeze me out. Everybody was trying to freeze me out. It did not work.
Did you all know that there was a campaign to ice out Ernie, not by Satan and her people, but by us over here? Did you all know that? Because for real, I promise you, I was not aware that we were icing out Ernie. I was not aware that there was an icing out campaign. I talk about Ernie all the time. And if you're icing someone out, you don't talk about him. You had no idea. Okay. It's Mark who said to ice out. But Mark isn't I don't listen to Mark at all. We restream him. That's what I thought always. That's what I thought. Degen did. Just Ghost restreamed him, just Archive I restreamed him. But I didn't know that it was no going in his chat thing. Well, maybe I never go in his chat though either. So maybe I just didn't even, I don't know. I didn't know that. Ernie, you want me to come up there so badly. I'm not going up there, bro. I will never go on your panel again. Not after the way you have treated me, spoke on me, not after the way you have trash come up and just speak the nastiest shit and spew lies. You slander me. Not after you fucking said that I look like I have track marks on my arms. Not after what you said about my horse. No fucking way. You can off, okay? I will never come on your panel ever again. Quit calling for me. It's not happening, okay? I don't engage with fucking, you are just a nasty person. You are so disrespectful. You treat women like shit. If you thought that getting William over here and then getting me, I'm not coming up there. Never. You can try to threaten me all you want. I'm not coming up there.
Because you've had me up here for an hour now and you haven't shown shit about me.
And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's splits. There's people behind the scenes saying this and that, pulling people apart, sending air fryers. I love it. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. So they send air fryers. I still didn't get a damn air fryer. I don't even know how much do those things run. I'm going to get one. Are they good? Are they getting, wait a minute. Are they getting how does that work? All you got to do is say you hate Ernie and Angelo will definitely send you an air fryer. Is he getting these things off a crate that he bought, like a bunch of them, Amazon or some shit like that? A good air fryer is about $70. Look, he sent Brad a whole tripod air fryer. He pretty much built Brad's fucking studio. Oh my God. It takes a lot more than a fucking air fryer to buy me. Yeah, you'd have to add steaks to buy you. No, I'm just playing. No, but seriously, he gave Charlie a laptop. I guarantee you that laptop's a 2000 version. It's probably 26 years old, the damn laptop. I think half these people actually believe they look like they're AI avatars. It's crazy the people that talk shit about looks. They have a cam slip. And goddamn, you gotta be kidding me. I have bought 3 people laptops in this community. You'll never hear anyone say shit because I don't need to boast or brag about doing for the people only fakes constantly talk about. Well, Tarek, let me tell you, I'll be honest. What you done for me the other day, I appreciate that. I really do. I do appreciate that. That helped me out a lot. And you are a good person. You are a good person when it comes to helping people. And I'll say that. I'll say that firsthand. I have to.
You don't have to like me, but I want you to very, very carefully look at what's going on YouTube. Look at what people are giving and look at what people are taking. If you're constantly watching somebody take, maybe you should reevaluate who you're giving to and look around for somebody who's giving and then may need something in one day. It's a there's perfect examples of this all across this platform. Takers, they never give. They never give. They only take. Let that be a sign. Let that be your sign. It's a lesson I've had to learn because I'm a giver. And the takers, they look for people like us. They look for us because we're suckers to them. We're a means to them. There's no value from a taker to a sucker. There's no value.
I can't say nothing bad about you. Even when I was talking to you on the phone and we talked and stuff, I mean, you everything you said you did. I'll say that. Now, if you want to donate some tacos or no, I'm actually on a diet. I gotta lose this weight. I've got to get ripped up, and I've got a way to do it. I'm actually going to buy some weight sets after a while, so I got to rip myself back up. And I've already talked this over, but too, and what Kev said about Angelo is correct. If he's found guilty, even on a misdemeanor, because the felony could get dropped down, and it could get dropped down to a lower charge, or the charge could get changed, but he'll still be convicted because the thing about it is, his credit card, the one who paid for it, will be automatic. That's automatically going to tell him he's guilty. That's automatic. I mean, you ain't going to get no other way. So he'll get convicted.
You check my live out. I tagged you in it. Did you see it?
No, sir, I didn't. I've been too busy on here.
It's going to be huge, man. It's going to be huge. You're more than welcome to clip it. Clip anything you want to on it.
Reg guys, we just played it.
You want to give us a preview of what it is?
I'm going to be, we're going to have the Veterans Affairs on the phone, everything from start to finish, and I'm going to verify that they're working the case on Angelo now.
And are you going to ask him why you were discharged? Are you
I'm going to work on the case on Angelo now, and I'm going to take him to court. I will win. I will win. I will win for what he's done to me, unless he wants to pay me a certain amount of money. And every other YouTuber that put that out there who done that, they owe me money as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to verify I'm not stolen valor and everything. What do you mean admit? I admit. I admit. I am stolen. I am stolen and Nolan and valor. Okay, there you go. There you go. Stolen valor all the way. Right here. Right here it is, folks. I'm admitting it. Stolen valor. Stolen valor. There you go. Yeah, what you want to hear? Now everybody leave me alone. Right? I can do what I need to do. That's what you wanted, right? That's exactly what you wanted me to say. Okay. I'm stolen valor. Good deal. Now what are we gonna go to?
I am going to tell you to fuck off, and you are a disgrace to America.
Go ahead. You know, I'll tell you what the truth. I have to admit something, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, the whole hell of fucking Beirut comes up on you. I'm telling you, it's crazy. They can go and make their own YouTube and do all that. They can leave me the hell alone. Boy, she was really vile, wasn't she? She found out. But I am going after them. I'm going after Constance Sue. I'm going after Sarah Ninja. I'm going after Blame Katie. Okay, we'll see. Let's just see. The Attorney General says different. Okay, I've already got contact with them.
You were in
Margaret,
Siberia.
what did Attorney General? What did they say?
And the Green Beret, sure, Vern, sure.
Okay, you're getting ready to lose. Bad.
No, you've had time to prove it. You never did prove it.
I just got out of jail. I just got out of jail.
You ain't got the nuts to be a Green Beret, Ernie. I don't have to prove shit.
Okay. I'm going to sue you civilly. I'm going to sue you also for stalking. I'm going to get you for stalking and all this bullshit you done. I'm free, Constance. There's nothing you can do now. I can go after you now. You all hit me with everything you got. I'm going after each one of you. Everybody that put that out there and done me that way said that I was stolen valor and all that. I'm going after you. I'm going after you legally, okay? That's all I need to say to you. That's all I need to say. Like I said, the next step is going to the Attorney General tomorrow. I will be doing that. I do already have all the lives, and I will be taking action with it. All the other YouTubers that done that, they can apologize. Or they can beat the same fate. I'm not playing. I've got other things and bigger things ahead of my life. I don't need this. But I will prove that I was innocent, and I will prove that I did not lie about that. So I'm going to. So right now, Angelo, you can come up with $3,500, or we'll go up even further in this. And all the other YouTubers, If you want to apologize, you can apologize for being bullshit and making fake and false allegations on me. Or you can just pay $500 and just be done with it.
And my goal is for him to lose his military compensation, because I know how he pressed it on me. So let's just see what happens. I'm not going to give you too much, but I'm going to give you just enough to make him sweat, because it's going to happen. And I know people are going to run to him. Oh, he's going to do. I'm going to do that 100%. And everybody knows me. Whether or not it blows up in my face, if I say I do it, I do it. If it blows up in my face, it blows up in my face, but I'm going to do it. And there's nothing he can do about it. All his little laughs and fun he had with it, oh my God. Like I told him, even when me and him were friends, I told him, I will have the last laugh.
Get your clips ready, Angelo. You're done right here. You see, here's the actual ones. This come from military records today. You act like you was me, but you messed up and put your name right there. What really hurt you bad was you signed my signature. You signed my signature, Angelo. Not only did you falsify my documents, not only did you change those documents, you now will face federal charges. Now, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Master Sergeant, you as well. You see, here's the documentation that, look who sent it. The National Guard, the Army himself, the military records sent me. They just sent me this right here, showing where you did all this. Those three, I never did this. You did this, Angelo. That's that's not how I signed my name. And you know where you messed up at was right here when you actually put the returning email address as your own. The warrants have been filed. Everything's taken care of. I've got to go. Much respect. God bless you all. Let's get it on. It's time. It's time. It's time that people learn the secret of who you are. Exactly, Angelo. Who's laughing now? Who is laughing now? As far as the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, let me show you about what they did. Let me show you this, Angelo. Let me show you, my friend. Let me show you. I love this. This is getting good. You see, here's where they requested. This is where they requested military records. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. They would not even give it to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. They won't do it. They won't do it. Let's go over here and look at this one. Look at this. This is all day, every day. Right here it is. Look at that. Craig, your warrant's coming too. Your warrant, Master Sergeant, is on its way. You falsified documents. You went with Angelo because you couldn't get them. You two went together to do this to me. Katie, clip all you want to because you're an accessory as well. Angelo's warrant's already been filed. You can call the county attorney if you don't believe me. Much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting the good fight. It's time. It's time that everyone learn the secret.
Michelle, if you only know about Angelo and what he really draws, you wouldn't say that, because it ain't what you think. And his time and how he said he was promoted on his last. When he was retired, they promoted him? Nah. You know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call bullshit on that. And now he uses God. Did anybody see? Somebody showed me a clip of Angelo walking out into the light. It was like AI. Everything he does is AI anyways. But he was walking out to the light or something, holding his hands up. And he was into the light. He was in the presence of the Lord. And again, it was one of those Mama T AIs. It looks nothing like Angelo. Angelo don't get out of his damn gamer chair. Literally. Angelo wants, okay, so listen, guys. Jameson said it best about Angelo. Jameson really does go out into the field. Still to this day. Jameson went out and he caught pedophiles. He would go into hoods and places and flush them out, being a part of it. And Angelo questioned him, and the thing about he did, and Jameson was smart, and he caught Angelo up right off the bat when Angelo said, so you're a rat for telling on these people. And he said, oh my God. Jameson said, oh my God. He said, oh my God, you're for these? And Angelo's, wait, whoa. He caught Angelo so fast. Like, you mean you
This is the one of the, he get mad. Listen, he gets mad when he gets tore up. But go ahead. Give him.
I'm not the one raising my voice.
Go ahead.
So what are you, like a rat or something?
Yep, 100% a rat. Isn't that technically what you are as well, Jameson, when you're setting up predators?
No, I'm not a rat. That's called taking care of business. When you're a sexual predator, if you're okay with sexual predators walking around on the earth, you might as well be one of them, bro.
Make sure you're looking at Ernie when
you might as well be one of them, bro. You might as well be one of them. The way you just said that, you might as well be one of them.
Exactly, it's the way you said that.
You know what you just said? You might as well be a sexual predator, bro. You're a fucking rat. You're a sexual predator, bro. You're a sexual predator, bro. You're a sexual predator.
And that's why you get at.
You're a predator. That's why you hunt. You're a predator, son. You're a sexual predator. You're just like them. You're just like them, bro. You're just like them. You're just like them. Oh, ain't you a rat too? Because you locked up sexual. You locked up sexual predators.
Did you hear what he said, Angelo? You just said you're a rat too because you locked up sexual predators. You just fucked yourself.
You sound like a fucking rapist.
Clip that. Everybody clip that right now. You're a pedophile, bro. You just named it.
Dude, this
like them, you
this
sick
man,
fat you, bro.
Dude, this
There you
man
go.
has the intellect,
That's the real
intellect.
Ernie. There it is.
He
See,
has
you're all
the
calm,
detail.
you're
He
trying
has
to
that eye. He
sucker a
just
woman,
called you
but you
out.
can't do it
It's
with
just
a
like I've
man.
been calling you out.
Do it with a
Everybody
man. You're a
clip that.
sexual
Rewind that.
predator, Ernie.
Okay.
You're a
What did he
sexual
say,
predator,
Katie?
Ernie.
Here's your chance, Katie. Here, you get to tell him what he just said. He just caught the man. What did he just say? You said you're
What
a rat
did
too?
Angelo just say?
Yes, what did he just say?
You have been talking over him.
What did he just say when he come on here, Katie? Everybody in chat heard it. Clip
Which
it,
part do you
everybody.
want- which part-
He did
which
not
part do
say
you want to
he
hear
was
again?
a pedophile.
What did you it just went over your head. That's why I don't understand about you. That's why I'll never understand about you. This man just said you lock up child predators because you're a rat. They just pretty much outed himself as being a child predator. You don't see that?
Oh, is that what it is? Is that
No,
what it
that's
is?
what it is. Hell yeah, that's what we look for, you dumb
I
son of a
said-
bitch. You just hit one of the main reasons.
I said locking up predators is still snitching. It's still snitching.
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not.
matter who
No,
you're
it's not.
snitching on.
No, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're getting
it's
out
still
there telling on people just to try, and you're not gaining
It's
nothing
still
from it, that's called
Yeah.
snitching. You're
That's
going
not-
out of your
no.
way to lock people up for no reason. You're not gaining nothing from it. That's snitching, son. Angelo is no Christian. Christians don't act like that. Christians don't try to destroy people. He talks about his little glass houses and stuff like that, and he can't throw rock because it's a glass house. That's how Angelo does. Angelo does it behind the scenes, folks. Behind the scenes, and he gets and I guarantee you that some of these fake accounts that are running around here are Angelo himself. They're Angelo himself. You never know. Never know. But I'm glad I just stay in my own lane. He said Christianity is fake. He follows the creator, the one true king. What? Okay, so let me tell you something else about Angelo. When he said, Ernie, I want you to look into my family and try to find my mother. You remember, y'all remember that and stuff? He said, I want you to find my family and stuff. Well, we found his family. But he said that they didn't exist. Or some shit like that. I remember something. And I was thinking to myself, I said, does he even know what he's even saying? He just like contradicted himself like 3 times in a row. And I'm thinking like, what? Does anyone remember that? He talks about his family and how he was this, passed off as this and that, remember? And he was in a church, and when the church took advantage, that never happened.
The first book I have on Amazon is called Surviving St. Aloysius' Home. It is a book about surviving state care. I don't know what you guys call it in your states, but in Rhode Island, it's called DCYF. While I was in an orphanage, when my parents' rights were terminated, I think I was like 2.5. And I spent 10 years in an orphanage. And it's a chronicalization of the sexual abuse, the rape, the physical abuse, the food abuse, and all the other things that I survived as a child.
If you go and look into his history, and I'm not going real life on nobody, but you go and look at how he was raised in his history, it never happened.
Today's technology world, it's literally a few buttons and a click to get the true identity of somebody. So hiding it is, at this point in time in 2025, is just irrelevant. My books are definitely not AI. One of the books is a true story on my life in an orphanage. It is definitely not Dog the Bounty Hunter story, because that guy probably would have sued me until I was in a paper bag, if that were the case. There are some names changed in the book because, again, we have not gone to trial yet, so they are still considered alleged events. So I had to cover up some names, but the story in of itself is true. We I have a lawyer for that case once the law changes in Rhode Island. But I mean, we've been offered payoffs to drop our case and drop our advocacy for changing the laws.
This is
Many
Congress.
chapters of this saga. Dr. Hub Brennan and Dr. Ian Hagen Webb. Laprade?
There's Angelo. Look at Angelo.
I just want to thank you, students from Hope High School, for coming. Thank you very much. Much appreciated your support for Jim Scanlon and all of
Look
the
at Angelo,
victims. And
y'all.
good luck. And survivors. Call them survivors.
Okay.
Angelo? Oh. Is the red light on?
It is on.
Good. You're on.
Look at your beard.
I wrote this thing, and then I was listening to
Look at
everybody
his
talking.
beard.
I think it's better to just kind of remember. I grew up in an orphanage called St. Aloysius, for those unfamiliar. I went into state care too. I'm 49 today. I spent almost a decade. I hate the term being molested. I was raped. Men can get raped, just in case anybody wasn't aware. It's not an easy thing to admit to as a man, especially talking to other men. It's not easy to admit that your entire life was stolen from you as a child, your innocence, your ability to experience going outside with your friends and playing kickball or baseball. Because I grew up in an orphanage. Didn't get that. In the orphanage, part of your punishment, if you didn't do things that you were supposed to do with these pedophiles and predators, was you didn't get fed, or you didn't get to have clothing. This is in Rhode Island, folks. Rhode Island. I ran away at 7, told my social worker when I got picked up by the state police. I said, hey, these people are doing things. I didn't know what it was at 7 years old. I didn't know what it was called. Didn't have parents. Didn't have allies. And the people that I'm supposed to depend on to protect me weren't there. The orphanage was supposed to protect me. DCF was supposed to protect me. At that time, in those years, CASA was very small and very just getting started. None of those people were there for me. I didn't have that. So what does the state police do when they pick up a runaway? 7 years old, 8 years old. They take them back to the place they ran away from. I don't know if I can say names. Father McIntyre was the priest I was taken back to. Hey, this guy says you did this stuff. He's just emotionally disturbed. The child doesn't want to be here. To the left of St. Aloysius is a wood line. Down that wood line is an old abandoned well. Father McIntyre's kid took me to that well when the police brought me back and said that that's where I could disappear. 7, 8 years old. Of course I'm going to believe it. What the hell am I going to do in a well? I'm going to die. 49 years old. I've never seen one day of justice. I've never had one person outside of a law firm contact me out of the blue one time, ask me what I wanted. And there's going to be arguers who say that this law is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. What's the end game? The end game, ladies and gentlemen, as parents, my son is back there, my wife is back there, is to make it impossible and downright scary to take advantage of children. And you do that by making it the worst possible punishment you can face. I wouldn't care if Father McIntyre was still alive and 99 years old. I want to see him in prison. That seems cruel. I was in prison. Not that kind of prison. I was in prison of people protecting me, but abusing me. And I never had justice. And these people sit online now. They threaten to call one of my representatives here to try to intimidate me from speaking my truth. We have a chance to make a statement for everybody, for every victim that may come, because it's not going to stop with us survivors, but it's certainly going to stop with us warriors, because we're going to fight until the day we draw our last breath to ensure that these people face justice, and those people that think of doing it afterwards think twice. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo, and thank you for coming so far from home to have your voice heard. Appreciate it.
We've been offered upwards of $10 million from the Catholic diocese, but for me, it's really not about money. I hate saying it like this because it feels like I'm tooting, but I'm not. I don't need money. Okay, I don't need money. What I need is justice, and I think that that's a fleeting thing for a lot of people that are victims of child molestation. For me, it's about justice. For the people that are fighting against the law, it's about civility. They don't think that it's appropriate to put 80, 90-year-old people in prison for a crime they did in the 70s and 80s. I feel differently. I feel differently, as do several of us that are in the group trying to change the law. So that's a legitimate thing. I never got adopted. That was the goal of the orphanage. The orphanage's goal was to try to get these kids adopted. And when I was 16 years old, I took the state of Rhode Island to court to emancipate myself and legally declare myself an adult. I was paying all of my own bills. The state was not paying anything for me at that time. I was purchasing my own food, providing my own transportation, and I felt like I would be better off in my own care versus the care of the state. The state's argument was that if I did not stay in their care until I was 21, that I would be dead or in jail before that time. And my argument was that if I remained in their care until I was 21, that I would probably be dead or in jail before I reached the age of 21. He won my case. And then I lived with my foster dad, and a couple years later, I met my wife. A year after that, I was married, had my first child.
Angelo lives out of character. Do you look? I mean, like the most in the chat. I'm telling the truth, folks. This guy don't even know what even happened. He can't keep up with his lies. Angelo gets caught every single day. I'm telling you, people, you got to watch these people. Listen, and I said it. Viper is a treacherous person. That's what it means. That is the definition. That is the definition of it. Viper is a treacherous person, people. Sugar Pie, did you threaten to unalive? I would never unalive his wife. I never would have threatened to unalive his wife. I said some inappropriate things, but I didn't say that. I said I would do his wife and make him watch it, is what I said. No, seriously. Think about it. I mean, literally, think about it. I said some horrible things. I did. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it because I said it. But check this out. Go back and listen to Angelo. Go back to listen to the things he said. There's multiple things he said. He talks about his family, how he's just and that. And it's a story made up. It's a story. There you go, Tarek. And you even told me that. I told Katie day one I didn't care for him. I told you on our first phone call I thought he was a weirdo. And he is. He's a weirdo. Any person that said you're a rat for telling on pedophiles, there's something up with that. And I've always said that. I said that from day one. And everybody can tell you that. I said that from day one. But think about it. Go back and watch some of his lives, or some of the lives he was on, some of the panels he was on, and tell me. What'd you say, Katie? Whoa, 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 Ernie, don't lie. You never threatened to kill his wife. That is number one reason for hating me. Because I still had you on my panels. Well, yeah, I mean, I understand that. You know, he wanted Katie to file a EPO or restraining order on me and this and that. I got to watch that. I got to watch the clip on that. And he comes up there and he's like, well, why didn't you? And he's giving her like the third degree.
You're aware of this, but the dude posted prior to you having him on your panel that he was 20 minutes away from my house with Redstone having lunch. And then the day prior, threatened to murder my wife. And then you got Raylan.
Until you said that about him threatening to murder your wife, I had no idea he did that, because I thought you said he did that on my panel, but he didn't.
No, he did it on his channel.
Okay, I did not see or hear that. But I'm going to say this. Ernie has threatened to kill like everybody.
Has he ever been 20 minutes away from them?
He says he's 20 minutes away from everybody. I understand what you're saying, and I am not discounting or dismissing your feelings. However, you like from the jump, I have always, the way that I handle Ernie has been the same. It's different than how other people handle Ernie. And whenever I let him up to speak, it's so he tells on himself. And, you know, that was something that you supported and stuff. And it did not occur to me that because he just threatens everybody and lies about everything. It didn't occur to me that him having said that about another person, would constitute me having to suddenly get rid of him off my panel, and not do it the way I've always been doing it, you know?
I was like, oh my God. But yeah, think about it, people. You guys have been fooled over and over and over again. Have you all ever went back to when Angelo come from the other community and look at why he actually had them lawsuits and stuff, and when he took people to court? Y'all ever watched that and looked at that, how he got into that? Everybody thinks Angelo just got all this money. That was something that really eat me about. He had all this money, everybody thought. He don't have all that money and stuff. Angelo. Margaret flew right at him. Brad flew right at him. He decorated their fucking house, literally. He sent gifts to him, whatever the deal is. And then she says, oh, he didn't send me a gift. You were sitting there saying he sent you a book and everything. He was throwing his books out there because he couldn't sell the son of the bitches. You know, when he has control of your channels, let me say this. There's a lot of people that gave him total control over their channels. Did you know if he gets mad at you, what he can do with that? Tarek said he wanted Katie to do his bidding. If he would have got his own RO, his BS in the background would have had to stop. He admitted he needed her to take RO out for his background. You see what I'm talking about? See, this is behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see. Only certain people know about it. Nobody gets to talk in between. So you didn't know. You all didn't know that he was getting ready to control Katie, did you? Or try to make his move to do that? Nobody did. See, only creators and people who know that are behind the scenes can actually see that. Well, I'm glad you love it. Did you know he said there's no such thing as Christianity? You need to look at that too, Margaret. Anyways, think about it. Think about the things that he has said over the past few years and how he's contradicted himself over and over and over and over and over. That's why I said that. I said, people, Maggie 1165 says, I just hear Angelo high on a mountain in Mexico. Think about it, folks. While we're talking about it, let's get it out. You know, I guarantee you, Tarek had a hand in helping Katie decide about Angelo. I guarantee you that. I get Michelle probably did too. I guarantee you. Because you have to have a support system. I've got friends like that. I've got friends that tell me things. I've got a person right now. She tells me things, and you know, she helps guide me through my life right now. Okay, so let me put you on the spot a minute. Katie. Then you're telling me that, see, I was gone. I don't know this. So you're telling me that you were the one that called Viper out. How did that happen? Help me out with that. How did that happen? Did you see that he was demanding things from you or something and you just put an end to it, or what? What happened with that? That's what I'm talking about. Personal opinions, stuff like that about other people. I didn't mean to say it like that. But how did it happen, Katie? Did you just see it? I mean, did you just see would you have a phone call with him and he just started being too controlling and everything, saying you need to do this, you need to do that? And then how did you cut it off? That would be a hell of a content right there itself, because he had control of your channel, right? How did you stop all that? See, that's what would be iffy and scary for me if somebody had control of my channel. That right there would be no for me. I know Ghost and Angelo are very close. Shannon Manning, she is very close with Angelo. And I know if Shannon didn't like Katie, then it was going to follow on out. It was going to unravel. There had to be somewhere it was going to unravel. He wasn't my manager for months. You weren't even in jail yet when that happened. Okay, thanks. So, but he was still your friend. He was still your friend and he was still doing things for you. So when did it change? When was the part, is it just the part when everything broke apart like the continents? One went this way, one went that way, everybody just separated?
Folks, I'm going to tell you bluntly, research means you have to listen to both sides. You have to listen to both sides. And then beyond. Because what's going on this platform is a gigantic puzzle of fuck shit. It's just a bunch of angry people trying to get the last lick in instead of trying to solve a problem. And if I'm your friend and I'm doing something that is against what you would stand for, you need to tell me so I can make adjustments. Because that's what friends are supposed to do. Our friends are supposed to tell us we're doing something wrong. Or we're doing something that's outside the values of what they support. Because if they're not, ladies and gentlemen, they're not your friend. They're just here to stir the fire and fuck with you. I stand that William Glory Hole is a fucking monster. And no amount of simping and glorifying him will ever change that opinion. And I'm not telling you to not support Katie. Do whatever you want. But what I'll tell you is I'm not going to be there. And when I get back to New York, I'm going to have a coming to Jesus moment with her. We've all participated at some form or level. We've all done this shit. Except what I haven't seen is fucking with people with developmental disabilities. We haven't done that. And we haven't supported that. So why the fuck are we doing that now? Why are we doing that now? You want to go after 007? Go after 007. You don't need William Glory Hole for that. It's a lot of me with you, Katie. A lot of me. It's mine. I've done it alone, Katie. And I know you haven't, because I've been there. And I know others have been there. We've all tried to help you. We've all tried to guide you. We've all tried to give you this advice to help you grow and to help you move away from this shit. If that doesn't really help you with the clicks and content, does it? I am angry. I am upset. I am hurt. And I'm let down that I chose to support people that don't believe in my causes. But I am supposed to believe in their causes.
You restream him, you platform him, and then you crybaby about it. It's so weird, bro.
He's not a child protector.
No.
Yes, he comes on my panel because in my head, when he's on a panel, we know we can keep like tabs on him.
No, Katie, everything he tells you on your panel is a lie to antagonize you and gaslight your audience.
Since he likes to come and talk and be Ernie Shell over on my platform, I'll give him that platform because he'll tell on himself.
If people are going to have him on panel to hold him accountable so that we know what he's doing, my request is that you hold him to task for threatening to murder my wife, and the fact that as documented, he is a harm to children, not a benefit. Hold him to task for that, because he won't stay on the panel very long. I'll guarantee that.
My goal has always stayed the same. I want Ernie to get locked up as bad as the next person. I've always, I don't think he's a dangerous person. I agree. He should be in jail.
Well, I'm not allowing you, Katie, to put the people I care about in harm's way, supporting you blindly because they care about you, without giving you the knowledge that William Glory Hole is the same evil that you're trying to fight now. And you can't use an evil to fight an evil. It fails every single time.
If it's something criminal to this kind of egregious harassment, bullying, go to the cops, dude. You don't need to convince me. Don't come in here and be like, what about the whataboutisms? We're not doing that right now. We can play what about for the rest of our lives.
And to sit here and act like you haven't been in any of this fuck shit blows my mind. Like, I've been in the fuck shit. What is so hard about going, I've been in some fuck shit, I've done some things I'm not proud of, and I'm trying to be a better person? But you can't say that, Katie, because that's not you. You're not done with it. You're not trying to be a better person. And your focus is you, not your subs, who are going to be the targets of these groups because they don't have the morals and the lines that you so eloquently quoted on your 43-minute live stream. So to sit there and nonchalantly, in a roundabout way, pick apart my community post because I'm calling out William Glory Hole. Well, you wanted the proof. The links were shared by DGen, and then I shared the links. And there's far more links, according to DGen, to the fuck shit that is. It's all been within the last year, or much of it has. So there is no change there. Just like people can't say I've changed yet because it's not even been a fucking 6 months, let alone a year. But I am trying, because if this was, Katie, if this was me a few years ago, let me tell you something. This would not be the conversation we would be having. Be happy I'm a much better person than I was then. Because I'll tell you, you're itching to bring out the old school Angelo from fucking downtown days. Is what you are. I've never in my life met a woman like you. Never in my life have I met somebody as mischievous and downright rotten as you. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, you should be about protecting women and children but you're not. You're not. You're about content. Anything to get you a view. You're worried about your health and welfare and your charges that you have on somebody, but what about all the others that came to you asking for help for charges against Ernie? What happened there? You had an opportunity and you fucking blew it because Ernie was content for you, not for me. I want justice.
So when did it change? When was the part? Is it just the part when everything broke apart like the continents? One went this way, one went that way, everybody just separated? Okay, so there. Thank you. A paid act. A paid act. Thank you, Tarek. The people that are close to him are people that get money and gifts from him. All a paid act. I'll tell you what, after Angelo goes through all this, it's too long to type, Ernie. Okay, I understand. So I'll give you this. I'll give you all this. Angelo and Degenerate Lost. Wait a minute. Degenerate Lost left too? Degen left? Anyway, I don't even know. Degen left? I forgot who even exists. I forgot that person. I haven't even named him. Degen is who I was asking about. You should do an interview, Ernie. I guess I could sometime. Maybe we'll figure it out. I don't know. Lord God. Katie, you said on panel not long ago, Degenerate and you are speaking. Just saying. Well, people are like, Mr. Sheriff, it's funny. No, he is still around. He has a new addition to the family. So that's good. That's good. Congratulations, Degen, wherever the hell you're at. Congratulations. That's good. Little baby. That's cool. Little kids are so awesome. Babies are wonderful. They're God's gifts to us, guys. We can sit here and cut up on people, but you have to understand God's gifts to us as kids. Your real friends are going to stick by you no matter what. I've always said that. But let me ask you this, everybody. Do you think that the split is over, or will there be more people splitting? What do you guys think? I'm asking the chat. None of my people left. Well, none of them actually. But anyways, do you think there'll be more people splitting? What do you guys think? You think there'll be more people splitting? When I saw that the Beast was taken up for Mama T.
You know what? Speaking of Nicolina, listen, I know some people are uncomfortable with Nick, but Nick stays. She's allowed in chat. Not on panel, in chat. There's a lot of people that have a problem with Nick, and I get that. But if you don't want to see her, go to her channel and block her personally. If you're a mod, if you're in here when she comes in, push her name, and hit block, and you won't see her. Yeah, we all need to be adults. I don't see her, so don't affect me. Thank you, Peach.
What about a clip of her telling Mama T and Kells what to do from last night? That's a good one, El Kennedy. We're just asking questions. We're not trying to be hostile. I'm glad El Kennedy's over here, everybody. We're glad El Kennedy came over here. She probably get the 3rd degree, but she's over here. And she's answering questions. Hey, it's more than what I could do. Hey, I'm working on a project currently, X Factor. I will add it to my list. Thanks. Okay. Can we, you know what? Hey, take all the time you need for that. I would love to see you do that. That right there would really show something.
So my prediction is that breaking news, KKD, Incel X, bullets the fucking child groomer. KE, they're just gonna start fighting each other. You guys are going to sit back with us with popcorn, and we're gonna watch these fucking Whitaker eye looking motherfuckers lose their shit on each other because they don't have anyone else. Somebody needs to get Mama T to shut up and stop engaging. Mama T, you are giving them content. Stop engaging. Stop fucking doing anything. If you need your own Discord, if you need to come into my Discord, bitch, you need to stop. Stop engaging with these lying tards. Do you understand me, girl? Can somebody please convince Mama T to shut up, quit going into their chats because she is becoming their content? Somebody needs to tell her. Somebody needs to get with Mama T and tell her to stop. She looks retarded. And the only people that should look retarded here are the Whitaker I family. The Whitakers, Kevin, Ernie, Katie. Somebody tell Mama T to stop.
I like to lost it. Somebody sent me a clip. I was chopping wood, trying to get back in shape, because you chop wood, you can get back in shape real easy. I was chopping wood, and somebody sent me a clip, and I was looking at it, and I like to lost it, literally. I was like, oh my God. But listen, this is a fact. I believe, and look, I've not even looked into it. I'm playing it by ear here. I believe there'll be more people that leave. I believe more people is going to leave Katie. I'm just going to say that. I believe one more person will leave. And it's going to be sad, but I believe one more person is going to leave. How many people want me to say the name? I believe one more person will leave. Before I say it, what do you guys think? When you say hatred, it's going to come into play. Watch what I'm saying. It's going to come into play, the hatred is. This is a free speech. You can say it. Who do you think is going to leave? This is very important, people. Everybody's got freedom. I'm going to tell you, because I've always told you, and everything I've said has come to play. So, who do you think it's going to be? I'll tell you who it's going to be, because the hate for me. I'll tell you exactly who it will be. Dejan will leave. Watch and see. Facts. I give it just a small time. Sorry, but I said I would say what I mean, and I'm going to. I don't think Glory Hole will. I don't think William will. See, I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I get along with William. I don't have anything against William. I don't know none of the things he's done in the past or what he's doing, because I stay in my own lane.
No. I said I'm not going to denounce William unless I see more shit that came out. More shit came out and I denounced him. Whether it was a matter of days, which I believe it was. Like, I wasn't riding for him knowing all this other shit, right? Every time, and you all know, every time William has come to my channel, he has been respectful. He has never brought fuck shit like this over here. Ever.
But he did, Katie.
I don't know the troll William of him being in the background, like engaging in that stuff. I don't know that part of him. I never did. I knew him as what he has been like, treating Chance, and how he's been over here. Just because I have been around for a long time doesn't mean I have known shit that's gone on in the background. And people don't understand that. However, like when I want to prove this to people, everyone's like, no, don't bring them back over here. For me to like get proven that I was never back there in those servers watching that shit. I didn't know about that. If I had, I would have denounced that shit. Well, I wouldn't have fucked with him like when I was still a subscriber. I wouldn't be his friend. What? I don't run around checking for people and what they do in servers. All this shit came out literally yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Actually, it came out about 4 days ago, Katie.
Not the shit from Rumble.
Yes, ma'am. I sent you the link to that a while ago.
I saw the crucifix thing, but there was they put the screen over it, and I wanted to see what it actually was, because that guy has a tendency, like, he has a tendency to just fake shit for shock value. Like, I don't know if you listened to Tyler's live last night, but like they know way more about Dylan than me. I'm sorry that it took me a couple extra days to say what I said. If that is an offense, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't just instantly, I'm not going to just react until I sit back and let things unfold. That's why more would be revealed. Was I running around like,
Listen, William Glory Hole is a piece of shit for what he did to those disabled people, and Ernie is a fucking even bigger piece of shit because he legitimately hurt people real life.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Fine, you want to be friends with William? Go to their fucking community and deal with them there. Don't bring them to ours. We don't want people that go after disabled people to sit with us, Kay. The shit they do is disgusting and vile. It is fucking utterly disgusting. I've seen the evidence. I've seen the proof. I will never sit in a chat with him, Katie, again, because listen, if you haven't noticed, I have not been there. Yes, the last couple of days I've been working, but I have not been there, and I have not been there on purpose. I will not fucking sit with people who torture and torment disabled people. I don't give a fuck how good you say they are, because that to me is not a good person. Not a good person. And what I mean by disabilities is someone that is legally disabled, not people that just act stupid, okay? These people that you're rolling with are gonna get somebody fucking killed, Katie.
She went to Rumble and she played things that I had never seen before. And she played things that I am just not okay with. I took William's wrench. I had a conversation with him, and he understands. He's not mad, but I just can't do it. I can't condone that.
Bring up the people that is abusing Dylan, apparently. Well, these people get frustrated because they're like, hold on a minute, Mark, you're calling me out for abusing Dylan, but you, William, and Tyler abused Dylan worse than us. Do you not remember the voice chat that happened in March 2021? So they went and got the voice chat that happened in March 2021, and that is obviously the voice chat that has been shared all over now, which is Dylan inserting the crucifix and the broom situation. So that is multiple confirmations now that it happened in March 2021.
I had to take my feelings out of this, and you guys know I love me some William Glory Hole. Okay, I love William. He has never been anything but a good friend to me, and he has been over here and he's been respectful. He's been nothing but kind to everybody over here, But I had to take my personal feelings out of it and look at it objectively and look at it just on principle, what's right and what's wrong. And it is what it is.
Some questionable artwork that made us mostly uncomfortable.
Background, Dylan is a guy who was obsessed with lollipop, making videos about shooting up schools, abusive to his pets and his mother, so he's not an innocent victim by any means. He is also attention on 100% love being the center of any attention he could get. Pushed the agenda that because Dylan took part in this stuff, he needed to be punished, okay? And the reason for the crucifixion, the cross being inserted, was a punishment because Dylan got caught doing something he shouldn't have done, and he was being a pedophile. That was the first story that William told, okay? Now, yesterday, on Katie's live stream, William completely walks that back and says that Dylan wasn't a pedophile. He was just a goofy idiot. He wanted, like, the story's completely changed.
But he knew that we weren't comfortable with it, and he, stayed away from it for the most part when we talked to him. But I don't classify him as a predator or a pedophile. So to compare him in chance isn't fair, but the definitions still need to be defined.
Right. And again, like those people over there that deal with like those kinds of trolls and whatever, like I don't get off on that shit. Like I don't not get off on it, but that was never my thing. And like I think that 5 years ago, yeah, I mean, William was around in Discords for it. Like he heard about it, and I don't condone that shit at all. But that happened, and I just think that regardless, like the bullying, harassment, all that shit, like I hate that shit. I don't like it. But he didn't drown kittens or kill somebody's firstborn child. He is not a pedophile. He is not a predator. He is not a thief or a scammer or anything like that. And it bothers the fuck out of me that like, even when Mama T was like, hey, wait, and then she changed her tune really quick, and people in the chat changed their tune also. It was weird. I don't like that shit. And I made a huge mistake. Like I cried about this because I literally treated William like he was disposable just so I could get heat off of myself. Like, because I felt that much pressure from people who really at the end of the day, they didn't give a fuck. It was about control. It was about controlling me and what I do. William's opinion on this shit, I could disagree or not, or agree or whatever. Like, I don't feel the same way about a lot of this stuff. Like his degree of how he does his fuckery is way higher. Like he's got a way higher tolerance than me. But that William is my friend. He's not going anywhere. There is no such thing as moral authority on YouTube. You can have your personal morals and values and boundaries, but if anyone is acting like the moral police, moral authority, you can tell them to go fuck themselves, because I guarantee they've done some pretty heinous shit in their past.
You sat over there and said, oh, they're acting like it was a completely horrible act that William did. It was utterly fucking disgusting. Okay.
I didn't deny that. I don't condone that shit. However, you are making it seem like he was the like ringleader and he was doing all this shit and calling all the shots and stuff. No. You made it seem like he was drowning baby kittens to that degree of like, that's not what it was. You didn't have to be mean to William, but the shit that you said about him needed to be straightened out. We can't have mad days like this, okay? This is Mad Day 101. We're breaking it down.
He was on the fucking panel. And to say that man, Yoko, was not disabled, you're a fucking fool, Katie. You're a fool.
How do you know he's disabled?
I stand that William Glory Hole is a fucking monster. And no amount of simping and glorifying him will ever change that opinion. And I'm not telling you to not support Katie. Do whatever you want. But what I'll tell you is I'm not going to be there. And when I get back to New York, I'm going to have a coming to Jesus moment with her. Because that could have been Andrew. That could have been Sarah's kids. That could have been Kel's kids. That could have been Nicole's kids. That could be Ghost's kids that these people are doing this shit to. And that's what we have to keep in mind.
I know we cut up on each other before. Yeah, 100 times. But I don't have anything. I don't think he's that terrible of a person, which I don't know him. But what I see around, that's it. I don't think Dejan will stay. Because Dejan's too much involved with Angelo. And the hate for me, well, it is what it is. I'm not worried about who exposed who wants to expose him. I don't care who gets exposed. I ain't worried about that anyways. Your channel, listen, people are made up your channel of people who love you and people who hate you. Until you guys understand that, all of you other creators, you're never going to go nowhere. You got to understand, you got to take the good with the bad. That took me forever to learn. I mean, think about it. I've had cops call on me 60 plus times, but I still have to have those people in order to hate me, in order for people to love me. It's a balance. Let me say this. Mama T talks about me 100,000 times a day, literally. But let's just say somebody tuned into her channel and just caught one of her episodes and her saying it. They're going to come over to see me and see how I am, and they may disagree. And that's a win for me. Even if they hate me, it's still a win for me. Because those people are going to start hating on each other, and the next thing you know, it ties into each other, and people are going to be like, oh no, he's this, oh no, he's that, no, he's not that, no, he's not this, that. And it's always going to be a circle. That's how it works. There has to be a balance of good and evil. Okay? If I said, I want to make everybody happy here, that's impossible. That's impossible to do. Because some people are going to like other things other than others going to like certain other things, right? Not everybody's going to like the same thing. Everybody's going to be different. So it's a balance. So sometimes I have to be mean. Sometimes I have to be good. Sometimes I have to kind of go at people. Sometimes I have to lay back. When you say exposed, listen, say somebody gets exposed. Big deal. They got exposed. What can you do about it? They're not going to go to jail for being exposed because it's not illegal. Being an immoral person is not illegal. You can be a ruthless person and it's not illegal. Right? Here's the thing. You asked me if I didn't care to send you the emails and stuff. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you had asked me if I care to send you all the emails. I don't. I'd like to, but I want you to put it together in a way from start to finish, if you would.
I won't even I don't even have to present it to people. I just wanted to read it for myself.
I will. I'll show you where the military, the government contacted me and everything and told it was Angelo had done it. I mean, he's done. It's literally, I've got all the emails and you can contact them the way they had to contact me.
Forward me all the emails, justblamekatie@gmail.com and we can get this cracking.
Well,
okay?
You can study it. I don't even care if you put it out there. You can study it and put it out there, and you can see from point to point what he done. The classification thing is what everybody's confused about. See, and that's why Angelo was like, "Oh, he's a veteran, but not legally," because he knows that he couldn't admit that he was in the wrong, and the detective called him up on that. See, the deal was, and I said, "Look, I don't even care about it anyways. I'll drop it. I don't care. I won't say anything else about it." But the detective told him, he said, "Okay, I'll prove that you did work for Trump Towers. You did the detail security. You was combating human trafficking and all that, because that was the part that I worked." And he reneged on that part. He didn't want to say that because he knew what it would do. It would automatically to tell everybody here, and especially when you had 200-300 people in there, that, hey, this guy was real. This guy did do this stuff. And, in 17, 18, 19, he did, that I did do this.
So as for the detective, verifying Ernie's, statuses, all he verified was Ernie submitted the same documents that we've seen Ernie submit on this platform before.
Oh, you mean the ones that were proven to be lies?
I mean, I have no idea if they're legitimate or not. All I know is that that's what he submitted to the detective, and the detective didn't really care because that wasn't part of the argument. The argument was that Ernie and his associate felt that I was illegally stalking, harassing him for no reason. They had no idea who I was. That was the statements they gave, and that I obtained his documents illegally. The same documents that he claims are not his documents, folks. Which means, as far as the detective would be concerned, if you were thinking about it, they are his documents. Then they do show that he didn't serve. So, I mean,
right.
I'm just stating facts.
That right there would have destroyed him. But the detective told him, I had him. Even he admitted right in front of he admitted in front of me. He admitted in front of the detective. That's why I don't care what happens with it. The credit card is going to tell it all. The credit card and how it was paid for. But here's the thing. Angelo wants his name out there so bad. This idiot literally signed the papers. He forged my signature. And here's the thing. There's a thing where you have to swear by oath under there. It's checked. Mm-hmm. Not only did he do that, but in case something goes wrong, they have to mail you these copies or email you these copies as well. He not only put his email on there, he put his name on there. And he also, when it says the person who's requesting these, the idiot said Angelo Stevens. And then he put his name on there, his email on there, and his address. And I can show you every bit of it.
Damn. And also people are saying, if I'm looking for the truth, I'm asking the wrong person. That's why I'm not taking his word for it. Like, please, open your ears, because that's why I'm saying, can you email me these documents so I can vet them? And I can put them out there. He said I could show whatever. That's what I mean. I want to get to the truth. Enough of this, he said, she said type shit. You did this. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. Let's see some paperwork. A lot of the issues, me and Ernie would fight about, he would say, I'll give you the paperwork. I'll show you this. I'll show you that. Never did that. You know what I mean? So if we can be on the same page as far as him actually giving me these documents, I can look at them. If he doesn't have a problem with me showing them, that's what we need to see in order to get on board. The proof is everything, especially with this shit, because there's just so much back and forth. And I mean, a lot of us trusted Angelo and what he said. A lot of us did. We never questioned it. So, we got to see the proof. Even that just solidifies even more. You can't trust anybody's word until you see the paperwork. It's in the paper. We got to see the paper.
Do you remember when I provided Angelo? I had to provide Angelo with the acceptance letter from Trump Towers. Mm-hmm. I provided that.
Yes, but you didn't provide I
kept it because it's lawyer stuff. Now we got to revisit it. Everything has to start over and work its way again.
But yeah, the same people. I mean, it's all there. Everything's there. I've done all the work already. The lawyer. See, the thing about it is, my lawyer is charging me $300 an hour. That's fine.
Where are
But he
you
said-
getting money for this lawyer?
Oh, I have money, Katie.
Okay.
That's just another thing. And I think I do want to bring it out to the people and let people understand. But I want you to see for yourself what we have. I'll let it be shared. I don't care. The paperwork is what you need. That's what you want to see. That's the documentation. I'll show you that. I'll send that to you. You can put that out. You can put that out there, and then you can go from there. Also, we also have paperwork where Angelo's been accused of fraud before in the past.
Really? Where'd you
Yeah.
find that?
We have it.
Yeah, I mean, all the paperwork, that's like where we're going to get the truth out of, like
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna
because,
release
I mean,
it.
this is, it either is or it is just the back and forth. The paperwork is what's important. And now since you're free and you're not like being tied, your hands aren't behind your back anymore because you're not fleeing from the law. Like, I mean, you have more room you can actually like speak on this openly and actually, do
Oh, 100%. I can do whatever I need to do now, and I'm going to. There's a few things, that need to be brought out, but Angelo's not the only culprit, not at all. Ghost as well. Ghost is being brought into it as well. And what might happen is, under oath, Ghost may have to testify against Angelo.
Really?
Yes.
And how do you think you're going to get that to happen?
Well, here's the thing. Either he can do that or he was part of it. You see, there's another part that's missing. Everybody thinks it's just it's not the forgery. It's the fraud that actually happened. The bottom, remember when I told you that the bottom of the characters of service and all that didn't match up? It doesn't.
I'm going to have to go through all this shit again.
Oh, we have it. Oh, believe me, we have every single live that was on your panel, that was on Ghost panel, how they put the records up, illegally doing that. That's illegal as well. I have Master Sergeant as well. I have Stone Vet. We have it all. We have all those lives. We have them where if they was to delete them right now, we have them video recorded. We have everything recorded, everything. And everything has to come through, because I'm not only going to do this just one way about it. I'm going through everyone who done it, everyone who done this to me. I'm not just going after Angelo. No, Angelo's the big fish. Yeah, I'm going to fry Angelo, literally. And I'm going to go after Ghost. Ghost is going to be brought in as an accessory. I'll get him for it. Remember the Tiger Ops thing?
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you see what I do with him with that. That's going to be really big. See, he actually went and got a patent on that. Well, the question is, why did you have to go what would have made you go get a patent like that?
To piss you off.
To piss me off, right? Now, that ain't the part that's illegal. That ain't the part that's illegal.
That was
ain't got
actually
nothing to
pretty
do.
damn funny. I'm not going to lie. I know you were very mad about that, but that was funny.
Well, it's a waste of money, but here's something else too. I've already contacted.
Angelo bought it, I thought.
Well, again, see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've also got Cameo on my side now, where they paid all that money for those Michael, whatever the fuck his name was, to come up and say this and that. See, everybody's going to be in a big crunch. I'm gonna do it in the correct way. Now I'm going to show you the papers that I'm able to show you, which is the pretty much the dead on proof that you need. They don't care for me showing that. I can show you that in a heartbeat. You can see where Angelo. You can see it's a government web. You can see the government website. It's military. It's a Kentucky military thing. You can see how they contacted me. You can see the emails, how they done it.
And the lawyer email too, to show that
But
you've got something cooking. I won't show it to the public or whatever. You can just tell me what documents I can show and not show. But that one where like the lawyer is emailing you.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. After tomorrow, when I talk to him and they send me the email and everything, I'll ask him just to make sure, because I want that to be sure.
Or
But I
just
will tell you
even like the correspondence.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine on that. After tomorrow, I'll show you that. But tonight,
there's actually something like cooking about, like there's some kind of validity to it. I think that's what the people want to know, because that will give you so much credibility, dude. Like,
that's fine.
People will start believing you for real, because
That's
you'll
fine.
have documents to show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stolen valor thing, Ernie I believe that he was stolen valor. Unless I see different, he's stolen valor. Because every time he would try to come up and fight with people about it or defend himself about it, he couldn't do that. He couldn't do it. He had no proof. He wouldn't show documents proving otherwise. And there was no reason. And he had lied about, what he had done. He didn't have confirmed kills in Serbia. He wasn't nominated for Super Soldier of the Year. Just a bunch of stuff, it was unbelievable. So we didn't believe it. Okay. That's what happened. He's mad. He wants to get his lick back for sure. I'm interested in the signature scandal. I'm interested in him getting recharacterized or whatever as a veteran, getting his credentials back. I'd love to see that. And I'm interested in, this lawyer and all this stuff going forward. But what he sent me in the email, y'all, it was all old stuff that we've seen. We want to see the new stuff, Ernie. That's what we want to see, because we're in 2026 and we like current news. Old news is old news. We covered all that last year, You know what I mean?
A lot of people have said this and that about the lawsuit that's ongoing right now with Angelo, Stone Vet, Master Sergeant. And I'm just going to show you the email today. I know the lawyer is going to email me with a game plan. I will be redacting some of the things out of it, but you'll see what's current. You'll see that it's a new email, and then you'll see the CCs. You'll see everybody. We actually have, he's actually training someone on this case as well. So he's using this as a training thing. So by doing that, yes, I'm paying $350 an hour for him. Yes, it will show that there's others being brought in as well. So, not one, but two, because he's actually training the guy with this case. But anyways, he said he would hit me up with an email and let me know what's going on. So I should have that email anytime between probably 1 o'clock is when he emails me when he goes on break for his lunch. And then you'll see that. And then you'll start sweating. And I'm not going to show nothing else after that. I'm going to keep it just, keep it confidential, everything, and let it hit you automatically when you're least expecting it. The gotcha moment. I don't have to keep putting pressure. I'll just put it there that one time. I'll step away from it. I'll know behind the scenes it's running, and then we'll go from there.
And I am in no way, shape, or form defending Ernie Shell. Let me just make that clear. Clip it. I'm not defending Ernie Shell whatsoever. I've actually can do something many people cannot do, okay? I can do things a lot of people on here, most people on here. I'm not talking about if it don't apply, let it fly, okay? Only the hit dogs will holler about this. But they can't take their emotions and personal feelings out of a situation and look at things from an unbiased point of view. They can't look at things from an unbiased point of view, okay? It's always their feelings are involved, and they make these crazy claims. Hey, J-Dub. They make these crazy assessments with people that they like, and that's one opinion. And then the same thing can happen to people that they don't like, and it turns into a whole different opinion. Again, I am in no way, shape, or form defending Ernie on any of his bad acts. I am no way, shape, or form condoning anything that Ernie has done, is doing that is illegal, wrong, against the law. I am doing this because the news can look at things from a biased point of view. We can take the personalities and feelings out of the equation and just look at things from an unbiased stance.
There's some things I need to say before we do anything. There will be no more mentioning of Lightning Viper, Ghost, Mama T, AVN, Stone Vet, and Master Sergeant. I will not be naming them for legal purposes, and I would like you all in chat and people on my panel to keep their names out of your mouth. From here on out, this turns into a different battle. This is not what I wanted, but obviously it's what they wanted. I will not be providing any more documentation publicly. I provided to show the time, date, stamp, all that already. You guys can believe what you want to believe. You can say what you want to say. I will not be responding, nor will I be reacting. I respect you for not jumping on the hate train. Look, I've had my differences with Katie. When Angelo was up on her panel and leading her, I told Katie. When Ghost was leading her, Angelo was leading her, I told her. I said, look, they're going to turn on you. This is just something, it's a season. Nobody believed me. I said that all along. I told how they would do because I know how the power struggle goes. I know how the power struggle goes. I know psychologically how to get into people's minds. I studied that. I trained on it. I know if I put myself at the center of attention, everybody has to use me for content. I automatically put a staple. I automatically put myself in the middle for a reason. Yeah, you're sitting covering me. You're covering me. You're covering me. You're covering me. Only thing you do is make me more powerful by that. How do I feel about Viper? Viper is a user. Viper really does hurt people. He does harm people. He went real life on my people. I don't have anything for Viper. Nothing for Viper. And I never will have anything for Viper. I saw Viper cower down. I know what makes Viper tick. Viper's a coward. And I hate to say this and using terms lightly, but he's a bitch. Now, I don't have anything for him. That's all. I'm having problems with my shoulder and arms. Rapper, you got to get circulation going to him. He is a snake. Viper's a treacherous person. That's what it says in the dictionary. Look it up. He wants power and control. He grooms people. He thinks I groom people? Shit. He's the one grooming people.
Spend more time chasing shadows than looking at the tracks. Why you gotta be right every minute of the day? Why you gotta move the pieces every single kind of way? Truth don't need protection. Truth don't need a show. Truth survives the storms long after eagles come and go. Talk to the lawyers. Talk to the DA. Talk to the judge if it helps you sleep that way. But eventually the curtain falls and everybody sees the light. In the end, the truth remains, whether you were wrong or right. Haters gonna hate. Yeah. Haters gonna hate.